from KK, man like King Kriller. He asks, what happens when all the refs are AI? So where do we draw the line between AI and human refs? Like, do National League South have? He's talking about what level. So what level would you start the AI refs from? Does it just professional football, or is it just top level football? How would you play it out?
It's
a good question, by the way, KK.
It's a good question. So maybe first test it at like youth football. Maybe test it in youth football first. Well, it's a really tricky one, isn't it? Because it's like I feel like for you to prove its validity, you need to test it in a place where people would acknowledge the impact. Do you know what I mean? And maybe in youth football they wouldn't really acknowledge the impact. So but the same can be said for like the National League as well. Like I don't think they would acknowledge the impact. They'd be like, oh yeah, it works for National League, but would it work in the Premier League? Do you know what? Pre-season football. Maybe pre-season football. Maybe try it out in pre-season. See how it works. Does it work? Does it not work? Maybe have like a standby ref there just in case if it doesn't work out the way that it's meant to work. But I imagine like something like this would be like stress tested massively, just like in like different scenarios, like virtual scenarios, what I'm talking about, before they actually even applied it to the real game. There's already bare cameras in stadiums, so all they would need to do is just add in more drones, more cameras, just to pick up everything on the pitch. And like, I mean, with technology now, like we're at such a decent point. Like I'm not even saying it's something that will come in like the next few years. Like it will probably be like a 10, 20 year type setting, but it's something I would like to see them work towards, because the way that refereeing is at the moment, it just ruins the game.
Yeah. Now, do you know what it is for me? Yeah, I feel like what they should be building or looking to build this across time. The problem is they changed the rules so much that it's getting the AI referees used to the actual rules would be the issue. Is every season they're doing slight rule changes, and I would guess that for the AI referee to work, like I said, it would need stress tests across a season or two where they're seeing loads of different types of challenges, loads of different ways or the rules playing out, so they could see this is a red card, this is a yellow card, this is like what is specifically a foul or not. But what we would know is there would be consistency. The one thing that you would be able to completely wipe out is the consistency that would stay within the refereeing. So we would see the same yellow cards get given, the same red cards given. And I think that is the biggest issue for us as fans. And I think for me, especially from my point of view, is like my main problem is the lack of that. Is that sometimes this is a yellow, sometimes if we just had, all right, every time a shirt is pulled in the box, it's a red card and it's a penalty. None of us will complain, because we know if the player pulls a shirt, he's a dickhead, because he knows he's getting a red card and giving away a penalty. Like when we saw Asensio do it to Arsenal in Real Madrid, like it was just stupid. It was a clear penalty. He shouldn't have done it. Got caught.
It was amazing. It was because that never gets given in the Prem. That never gets.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You are right. And I was sitting there. I was like, it's harsh, but it is a pen. Like he's doing stupidness. Like we have to be honest. So I think that's all we need to see is just some consistencies amongst the referees.
And a lot of the rule changes, like I feel like they happen because of like human interpretation.
Yes.
So I feel like with AI, it's just like this is the rule. Do you get what I'm saying? Like this is the rule.
Yeah,
and maybe
that is the rule, and it's simple as like there's no way to interpret it. This is just straight up it.
Or maybe even, or do you know what? Or okay, so maybe you couldn't have fully AI refereeing, because I still do feel like you would need a human on the pitch that manages like the interaction between opposing players in it. But maybe if VAR was AI, like the whole of VAR was an AI system, and it's constantly checking the same things that the ref is checking. So say for example, there's a tackle that happens in the game, and the referee didn't think it's a foul, but according to like analysis and rules and what have not, the AI deems it a foul, maybe a ping gets sent to like a watch that the ref has or whatever, and it's like a foul, and he can go, okay, blow, and it's a foul. And then maybe it could tell you like, oh, that should be a yellow or that should be a red, or do you get what I'm saying? Like, so basically the ref is there to manage, like, I guess, interaction and relations on the pitch.
Just manage the game itself rather than actually make the decisions.
Yeah.
Just sort of be a the messenger. The referee's just turned to the messenger now. He's just passing out the decisions, but the players can't argue with him because he's just given the decision. Like, look, I've been told it's this. Players won't be able to argue. It mitigates that point. So you're not going to have players coming up to referees arguing, giving out dissent, because there's no one to dissent. And I suppose if he does start to argue with the referee, then that can be a one-off case where, look, this referee on the pitch can give out yellows if people are being rude to him. Simple, like he'd give out a yellow. It's simple as that.
You would also see less time wasted in games as well.
Way less time wasted in games. Because I feel like straight away, it's 6 seconds, bang, yellow card. Like, that's how simple it should be. Because the amount of times you're seeing players, these lower league sides, in the Premier League, sitting on the ball for 20 seconds, and the referees don't give it. It's like they're afraid to give yellow cards to goalkeepers and stuff. When back in there, I feel like they used to get yellow cards all the time for that. It used to always get given. But now, because I suppose the spotlight's on them so much, people like there's cameras, there's ways to watch scout everyone. You can see all these interactions. You can count all this out. It's like they've just realized, look, this happens so often. We're not going to be able to manage it. And they've given it up. But look, people, big up to Saeed for the raid. Everyone that's come over from the Saeed show, big up to you.